I've had the X-H1 now for about 9 weeks, and I want to give you a small little review. Some thoughts on the last 9 weeks. One of the things that I really did like when I opened the box the first time was its built. And the cool thing about the camera is that something like the 16 to 55 millimeter f2.8 lens or the 80 millimeter f2.8 lens are lenses now that feel comfortable in terms of balance, the lens and the camera. So that's one thing that I like about the X-H1 overall in the last 9 weeks. The other thing is its capabilities of in terms of focus. Now, continuous autofocus with face detection is working pretty well. There have been some moments where it doesn't seem to recognize my face, but I would say 90% of the time it's working very well. And I think they are looking into the whole, if it's kind of dark, that the continuous autofocusing doesn't seem to work as well, or if it's at 400% dynamic range or something like that, that there's going to be a firmware update for that. But I can truly say that it's way different and better than an XT2. Now, is it better now that it has firmware 4? I don't know. But I don't think firmware 4 or any firmware can really advance the continuous autofocusing capabilities with face detection in movie mode for the XT2. I don't think so. One of the disappointing things about the XT2 was its continuous autofocusing capabilities. And I'm pretty sure they've maximized and increased the XT2's potential by writing different algorithms. But when I first got that camera, when it first came out, the XT2, that was one of the things that was really disappointing to me. That some of its video capabilities were still limited. But with version 4, it seems like the camera now has a lot more potential. So, what's the difference between an XT2 and an X-H1 now that firmware 4 is out for the XT2? Well, I think the biggest thing, and which is probably the killer app of the camera, is its IBIS features. The in-body image stabilization on this camera is pretty awesome. It allows you to go into other areas of photography and videography that maybe you are not interested in because it might be hard to do, or you did try it, but now with IBIS it's going to work even better. And those things range from night photography and taking shots with lower shutter speed, or videography and taking more smooth shots. And there's a lot more to it. And I will be probably doing the video on that pretty soon, explaining what's so awesome about IBIS for this camera. Sure, IBIS has been around for other cameras, but I think now that Fuji has developed its own on its platform, I think as the years go on, it's going to get even better. Right off the bat, it's great. One of the things that are disappointing so far in the X-H1 is the touchscreen. I really don't like the touchscreen. It's not really smooth. It's not like your iPhone or like the Canon SL2. There's something missing. I don't know if it's hardware or software, and I know the updates are going to try to fix that, but it's not buttery smooth. So it feels that there's going to be a lot more work on that. And I'm pretty sure as they move forward in developing this technology, getting better parts, getting better algorithms, that it's going to come out to be better. But it's not there yet. dials and buttons are awesome. The shutter button is really soft. When I first took a picture, I was really surprised by it. The focus capabilities in still mode, instantaneous pictures, and that's if you have an X100F and you're taking pictures with that, it's fast but not quick, and it's not instant. With the X-H1, you feel like there's something going on. It's really instant. And hopefully, as the technology improves in terms of the firmware and the second generation, it's going to be awesome. One of the features that I'm really missing that I wish the camera had are more video tools like false color or, some ability. And sure, it has a histogram, but it doesn't have like some, what do they call that? Where they have the IRE values, right? It's some type of scope, right, to determine the IRE or your exposure. It would be nice to have one of those, at least have one of those, but it doesn't. I do have a Focus Small HD. That has really helped me. Adding a Focus Small HD with the X-H1 without a grip, the camera looks pretty compact. Not discreet, but compact, and it allows you to kind of measure the exposure that you need, especially if you're doing FLog. Right now I'm using Eterna, no FLog. I've been noticing in FLog a little bit that in situations like this, sometimes, not all the time, I have a little bit off focus with continuous autofocus plus face detection. Sometimes it's a little weird. There's like this somewhat soft focus, and if it's nice and bright, it doesn't seem to be a problem. So I think already Fuji is looking into that. So I don't see an issue with that at all. The grip, do you need a grip? If you're doing, let's say, interviews, and it's mission critical, yeah, you're probably gonna need a grip so that you can hook up some headphones. But there is some type of hack that you can put a dongle to the HDMI and listen through it that way. One thing you could do, and I think people forget this, is that you can connect and listen to the audio through your focus, small focus, focus small HD. I think people forget that you can do that, and a lot of people, sure, it's expensive, and dongle is not, but the focus is going to give you a better option in terms of creating better videos, in terms of understanding your exposure. So that's something that I've been doing for the last 9 weeks with this camera, trying to understand how the camera operates. And I think overall, I would rather have an X-H1 than an XT2. XT2 really disappointed me. With the new firmware, it's possible that it has a lot more potential. It does have more potential. But continuous autofocusing with face detection, I don't know if that's improved or not. Internal F-Log for the XT2, that's awesome. That's a big plus. But right now there's some bugs to it, and hopefully those bugs will be fixed soon. Other than that, I think that's it. There's probably some things that I've kind of forgot about, but I'm pretty sure in my ultimate review of this camera, I'll have more to say. So hang in there. If you want one of these cameras, I'm sure you'll be able to save enough money for it. It is well worth it. If you're in there trying to figure out XT2, X-H1, go to a camera store. Go there, make sure you can feel the camera. If your camera store doesn't have samples, demos, then go to another camera store and see if you can try them out. There are positives and negatives. Don't be in a rush in buying one or the other. Watch some reviews, and hopefully you'll get the best camera for your needs. Okay, I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.